Hi there, and welcome to the Profit Wizards Show. I'm Chris Hanlon. Today, what I want to do is go through lessons from the man with the golden voice. Now, you may not have seen this on YouTube or on the news. It made the mainstream news. It did all over the world, including here in New Zealand. And I'll show you a video in a second. But before we go there, and we'll go through his story in a second. But why am I doing this? Because there are a great number of lessons that you can learn to get some results, similar results for your business. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to get 4 million views on YouTube in 4 days, but it's a powerful example of how the internet can help your business. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to break down what elements of this could be used for your business and how you can take advantage of it. But what was the story? So there's this homeless guy, right? And he had a fantastic, or has a fantastic voice. He'd been homeless for a while, loads of issues and dramas and whatnot going on there. But he put out a little sign, he had a little sign saying, you know, give me $1 and I'll talk to you with my amazing radio voice, or something like that. And people would give him $1 and he'd speak to them and give him $1 or whatever. And so somebody videoed this and put it on YouTube. Let's have a look at the video.
There are often homeless people asking for change at freeway exit ramps, but recently there's been this guy with an interesting sign at I-71 and Hudson Street. His handwritten sign says he has the God-given gift of a great voice.
Hey, I'm going to make you work for your dollar. Say something with that great radio voice.
When you're listening to nothing but the best of oldies, you're listening to Magic 98.9. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. And we'll be back with more right after these words. And don't forget, tomorrow morning is your chance to win a pair of tickets to see this man live in concert. Thank you so much. Well, when I was 14 years old, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. When I was 14, I kind of listened to one of our area radio announcers. And I went as a field trip to go meet the guy, and he looked nothing like what he sounded like. So I asked him about that, and he said to me, listen, radio is defined theater of mind. And so when he said theater of mind, I just said, well, hey, I can't be an actor, I can't be an on-air personality, but the voice just became something of a development over years, and I went to school for it. And then alcohol and drugs and a few other things became a part of my life. And I got 2 years clean, and I'm trying hard to get it back, and hopefully somebody from one of these television or radio say, hey, I need a voiceover, or I need something. So, you know, I'm hoping one day, watch Family Guy, weeknights at 7:30 on Fox 28, anything.
So, amazing voice, right? Now, that video touched a lot of people. I mean, certainly for me, I saw the video and I thought, wow, that's cool. I think I left some sort of message, I think I might have left some sort of comment either on Facebook or on YouTube. Now, interestingly enough, that was put on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube, but I found it through Facebook. So somebody that I follow on Facebook put it on. And, you know, that could have been the same. I think a lot of people would have found that from Twitter, somebody that followed on Twitter. I don't follow Twitter that much, but that's what I'm saying. Different strokes for different folks, and we'll get to that in a second, but there's a lot of ways that you can get that message out there. So although it was on YouTube, I didn't find it through YouTube. I don't spend that much time searching on YouTube myself. Anyway, so what did he do? Let's break down what he actually did. Oh, and going forward, so what's happened since that video? He got 4 million views on YouTube within 4 days, which is just phenomenal. And he got offered some jobs. Now, according to the news, he got offered a job with Kraft, which is a big manufacturer in the US, to be their voice, their spokesman. I also saw in an article, I'm not sure if this is true or not, that he got offered a job with the Cavaliers, which I presume is an American football team or sports team of some description. I have no idea. And they offered him a house and a job. So no longer homeless. 4 days. 4 days. Amazing. So it's obviously made a big difference to his life. So let's break it down. What did he do? Well, the first thing he did was to recognize his strengths, which was his voice. He knew that there wasn't much else going for him. Okay, looks wasn't going to do it. There wasn't much else going for him, but that was a true strength, a unique thing. And so he promoted it. He promoted it by, with the resources he had, his little sign, and he said, the man with the golden voice. I think that he coined that term. And so, because he called himself the man with the golden voice, people are going, oh yeah, really? Prove it. Interesting, hey? How can you do that with your business? Right. So he did that. And then he took advantage of all the opportunities that came up. So he didn't put himself on YouTube. It probably never occurred to him. I don't know if he knows much about the internet and YouTube and that sort of thing. Somebody else did it. But he's pretty quick to jump onto the opportunities that came his way, as I'm sure all of us would be if we were in his situation. So good on him. Right, so but let's think about that. There's a big gap between him promoting it on his little sign there and 4 million views on YouTube. So what happened there? Well, what made it happen was the story was very much an emotional one. It wasn't a fantastic video. Let's face it, there was no music in the background. It was obviously being filmed out the window of a car. I mean, there was nothing flash in that, but it caught people's imaginations. It was emotional, inspirational, and caught their imaginations. And that makes it a viral type video. Okay. And so why is it emotional? Well, there's that rags to riches element, although at the moment, or at the time, there was no riches element. So it was rags or a unique gift in somebody. And that was a huge element. The commentary was good. It sort of told you there was a commentary to it, I should say. So it's telling you a story. And of course, as that unfolds, everybody wanted to know what happened to this guy. When you watch that video, you want to go, oh man, I hope he does well. What's going to happen? It's a story that doesn't have an ending, and that can be very powerful. Think about that. And of course, it was viral. It was put in a viral position. Now, you can't be very viral with a cardboard sign. He's limiting himself to the people that drive past and maybe word of mouth from a few friends. Because that guy with the video at the beginning said he'd heard about this guy and went out to see what it was all about. So he did try and do it as viral. He got people to tell people about him. But where it really took off was when it got into the internet. And the power of a good story on the internet is phenomenal. Okay, so that's what he did, that's what happened, that's where it went. What can you learn from this? Well, obviously the first thing is, what are your strengths? What are your strengths as a business? Most businesses know what their strengths is, but not all. Some businesses think they know what their strengths are because that's what they work on, but they might not be the same strengths that their customers think they have. So talk to your customers and find out, what are your strengths? How can you put your strengths in a compelling story form? And it doesn't have to be a story with an ending. In fact, to be viral, quite often, it's good not to have an ending. That's what all the comic serials and the soap operas and all that depend on. What's going to happen next week? What's going to happen later? You want that element in your video or your article or whatever if you want a viral story to capture people's imaginations. It's got to be inspiring. It's got to be, well, it doesn't have to be inspiring. It can be funny. It can be all sorts of things. Inspiring is a good one, though. And this one was inspiring. As I said, you can use a video, which I highly recommend because it's easy to share, or a blog. Anything that people can click, like, or share on makes a huge difference. You want to put it on YouTube, but then you want to tweet about it. You want to put it on your Facebook, like it, share it. You want to share it with any social bookmarking sites you've got, anything like that. You want to start making it virally accessible. That's the next thing. Okay. So you launching it virally, and don't forget LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I haven't seen a lot of viral stuff on LinkedIn, but the potential is there, and somebody's going to crack that one day and soon. I mean, maybe it happens in different connections that I'm not in, but I haven't seen it happen really yet. So I hope that's given you something to think about. It's a very short thing, but this all happened last week, or it's the weekend now, so within this last week. And I thought, damn, I've got to get on here and share that and get people thinking about it, because it's huge. Now, it also has been top of mind for me. I'm currently working on a DVD. It's how to get more customers and business using internet marketing, specifically for small businesses. Now, I was thinking about selling this, but I'm actually going to give it away. It's going to be a free DVD. I'm just going to ask you to pay for the shipping, postage and packaging, as we call it in New Zealand, which is fairly negligible, I think. It's going to have a lot of information. It's going to tell you how to use local internet marketing, how to market locally, I should say, with the internet for a smaller business, and how to do it effectively. We're going to cover a few things on different ways to get your message out there, and I'm going to have a very in-depth look of how you can set up Google Places optimization, which is really important for your small business. That's the little map thing. When you search for something locally, if you search for a cafe or something in your town, you'll see the map thing, lots of pins in the map. That's free, and you can get your business on there, and I'll show you exactly how to do that on the free DVD. I'm also launching a course. It's a 6-month course, quite inexpensive really, and it's at thesocialsmallbiz.com. And it's not done yet, so don't go looking for it right now. But as soon as I've got that up there, I will let everybody who follows the blog know. And that's going to show you how you can use Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Foursquare, Squidoo, Hub Pages, TradeMe, all these sorts of things to make more business, or get more business, get more customers, get more transactions, get more business for you. All right, so those things are coming up, but the main point of this video really is to think about the man with the golden voice and what he has done, what he has achieved, and how you can do something similar with your business. Thanks for your time.